Hi, everyone. It always takes a moment. There's always a little lag before I start the webinar through Zoom for Facebook. So, hi, it's Jennifer Church. I wanted to come on today. I'm going to do a little bit of energy healing at the end, but I want to talk about the eclipse. I mean, everyone's talking about the eclipse, whether you're talking about the spiritual aspects of the eclipse, whether you're talking about don't burn your eyes out with the eclipse. There's so much going on, eclipse. So I wanted to come on and bring in a different perspective, a little bit of the Chinese medicine perspective. And I also wanted to talk about, I saw also what's really loud right now is the announcement that Doreen made, but she actually made this announcement months ago. So I find it interesting that it's resurfacing now, and we'll talk about that. And then we'll do a little bit of healing. I'm just going to move my device because sometimes I get better reception when I move it. So let's talk eclipse, okay? So the moon is going to go in front of the sun, right? Now, when that happens, the sun is still going to be present around the moon, okay? So basically, it's yin is going in front of yang, right? Yin is the divine feminine, yang is divine masculine. And so what I've noticed is a lot of people who are doing energy healing are talking about the divine feminine over and over. But really what this time is about coming into balance with your divine feminine and divine masculine. That is the only way to move forward. So when you see the sun coming in front of the moon coming in front of the sun like that, and then you see this corona of the sun around, it's like the sun is crowning the moon. It's crowning the divine feminine. So it's almost like it's just passing the torch. And at the same time, these energies are completely merged. So you have an opportunity to balance your divine feminine and divine masculine at that moment. So I would say start looking at yourself as soon as you can, if you haven't been doing that already, and connect to source, connect to the highest aspect of yourself, ground, and ask, where are you out of balance with both of those energies, and how can you come into balance, and what do you get to accept and receive for yourself when you're in balance with the divine feminine and divine masculine energies. It's not just the divine feminine rising, it's both energies are coming into balance, and it's clearly displayed by the moon coming in front of the sun, and then that glorious corona of the sun framing the moon. It's a beautiful energy, okay? So the other part of this is we can look at this as so if the moon is the dark, right, is the yin, is the night, is what's not so obvious, what's not so seen for us, and yang is the light. It's full illumination, right? So the yin is representing our shadow side. The yang is representing the light, right, that we need to illuminate so that we can look at our shadow side, right? So again, this other, with the moon, the sun coming together, that means you can bring illumination to the shadow parts of you that need to be healed. So there's a lot of chaos going on in the world. You can see it in the world at large, lots of chaos, because the shadow side is erupting in front of us. So it's also erupting within us. So it's important to notice, like, where are you erupting emotionally, mentally, physically? What's becoming loudest for you right now? It's only becoming loud so you can heal. That's it. So it's not about going down the, as I call it, the spiral of doom. Like, oh no, doom and gloom. I don't feel good. Something's wrong. I'm worried. I feel angry. Like, don't go down the spiral. Just realize that these are just energies that are coming up to heal. So you have to have a greater amount of compassion for yourself, love for yourself. So that's bringing, and there is compassion and love and nurturing within the divine masculine as well as the divine feminine. Okay? So you have to embrace and embody both of those energies as balanced as you can. So here you are, yin and yang together, riding the razor's edge during the eclipse of balance between yin and yang, big deal. It's a big deal. This doesn't happen very often, and it's happening over the United States, which means this is a great amount of healing for the world, for the U.S. at large, and for us, for people who live here at large. It's a big stinking deal. So you don't have to, I mean, it's a very spiritual event. You don't have to stare at the eclipse for long, but you can start to tune into the energy. So if you think about it, we really are celestial bodies. So we already have a connection with the sun energy and the moon energy. It's important to recognize that. It's important to understand your relationship already with the sun and the moon. How do you normally feel when it's daytime or nighttime? So it's important for you to recognize your patterns that exist already, because that's your relationship, right, with these two energies. And here these two big energies are coming together. And then that energy is being projected onto the U.S. really. So it's a good time to understand how you relate to these two big energies. And if you could feel, right, if you could connect heart to heart to the sun or heart to the moon, you'll have a greater understanding. And I'm going to do a little something after I talk about my next topic, which is related to this topic. So the other part of what I'm seeing on Facebook, which I really want to talk about, is the whole Doreen Virtue thing. Now, she made these announcements. She started talking about this months ago. So all of a sudden, it's back in the forefront, at least in the groups of people that are, spiritual coaches or energy healers or light leaders. Again, there's another resurfacing of what's going on with Doreen and her, the way she's changing her work, let's just say. So I'm not going to go into what that influence is or what's going on with her, because I have to tell you, what's going on with Doreen has nothing to do with you and everything to do with you. So, and why I'm saying this is, pull back. Doreen's business is not your business. But also to recognize, if you're having a reaction to how she's shifting, mostly it's because you're not in your power. So what happens is, if Doreen's been your guiding light, if she's been your go-to person, and all of a sudden she's shifting, and you're freaking out because you don't know how to interpret it, or you don't know what to think of it, and you don't understand what's happening, you need to come into your own power. You need to create your own conscious connection with the divine that is not defined by anybody else's connection. I'm like pointing at you. I'm getting serious now. So it's very important you understand your connection with the divine is unique. It's yours. You need to claim it. You need to own it. You need to not let anyone else define it. You define that relationship, and it is a co-creation. It's a co-creative relationship. You define that relationship, you give direction to that relationship, and you give purpose to that relationship. No one else does. So if you are reacting to what's going on with her, it's because you are not fully in your power with your relationship with the divine. And I'm going to give you a few examples. If I hear another person tell me, well, Spirit told me I had to do it. No, no. You are co-creating with Spirit. You are at choice. If you keep negating your choice, oh boy, what are you inviting into your life? What kind of victim stance do you have? So it's very important you recognize, oh, Spirit, gave me some information, and I decided, yes, I wanted to do that. Or I decided, no, this was not the time I could do that. Or I co-created with Spirit the time I could do it, the time I felt was perfect for me to do whatever that thing is Spirit is encouraging me to do. In my journey, right, with the divine, I have never gotten any guidance that was disempowering. And I would have even been told or even been shown, don't give your power away to anyone, not an archangel, not because the whole thing is, we're at the time when we need to see ourselves as equal to any divine energy, because we are that love. Super important. Super, super important. If I hear, again, like, it makes me crazy when I hear another person go, well, Spirit said I had to, or Archangel Michael told me I had to. No spiritual being is going to tell you you have to do something. They're going to invite you into an opportunity that you choose to do for yourself. You co-create it. If you leave yourself out of that co-creation, you leave yourself open to all kinds of, guidance from anywhere, because you're not defining or directing or giving purpose to your co-creation with that energy. Very important, super important. So I'm going to take a breath here because I get really riled up and fired up when I feel people who are coming from a disempowered perspective. And I also get riled up when I see people, giving their power away. So that's my signal. It's not my ego. That's actually my signal. Okay. So, and I offer lots of love, and I can help you if you really feel like you've given your power away to spirit. So I will definitely help you get you back in your power if you want to do that. It's your choice. So that's my take on all of these things. And I would encourage you to define your relationship with the sun and the moon before the eclipse starts. Even if you write a list of how you feel about the sun and how being in the sun, how you feel while you're in the sun, and I would do the same with the moon. And making these lists can help you be clear about your relationship with these energies, so that when they merge together, it won't feel as chaotic to you. And that will help you, again, direct, define, and give purpose to that relationship. So that's definitely my take on that. So I'm going to give you a little something to do, a little meditation. I can't see all of your comments, so I'm just going to bring you into a space, okay? So close your eyes as you inhale and exhale through your nose. And feel your body. Feel all of your energy coming back to the present moment. And as your energy comes back to the present moment, comes back into you, feel it just start to release down and ground itself into the earth. So now we can define how you relate to the earth, right? This is the planet we're on. So ground deeply into the center of the earth. And as you ground deeply, feel the love that is there for you. Feel how you are co-creating with this planet all the time. Feel the support of this planet that we live on, that we do everything on, and that supports us wildly, with clothes, with food, with all kinds of things. So just feel that beautiful support coming for your physical body. And then as you feel that, you feel yourself completely anchored into and connected into the center of the earth. You'll feel some energy rising back up, and you'll feel your consciousness come back up into yourself. Now feel what it's like to spread your consciousness throughout your body as it's grounded and anchored into the earth. Notice if it feels different. And once you feel complete with that process, you can begin to send a beautiful, very solid gold cord of light up through your head so that you can connect into the heart of Source, the energy that we come from, the source of all of us. And create that heart-to-heart connection with Source. And once you feel complete in that connection, you can feel the support from Source for expansion. You'll feel your consciousness come back down into yourself. And now feel how your body feels as you're connected to the frequencies of the earth and to Source consciousness. So that you feel the shifts that are occurring within you, and you feel how you relate to these energies physically, emotionally, mentally, energetically. And take a moment and connect heart to heart to the sun. I know here on the East Coast, the sun is making its transition to setting, but create that heart-to-heart connection with the sun. And after you create that heart-to-heart connection, then feel yourself rising up. For those of you who have just joined, I'm guiding you through a little meditation to help with the eclipse energy. But feel yourself, as you're grounded, rising up into the center of the sun. And feel the love the sun has for you, and feel the love you have for the sun. Feel what it's like to be in the center, and the energy of the center of the sun. The sun is the energy that reflects back to us our truth. And when you feel complete, feel yourself come back down into your body, every part of you, completely anchored and grounded into your body. And notice how you feel now as you've connected heart to heart to the sun, the earth, and source. And take a moment to breathe and integrate all of that. And then take a moment to connect heart to the energy of the moon. Feel the difference between the sun and the moon's energy right now. For you, how you relate to these energies. And when you feel that heart-to-heart connection is complete, feel yourself rising up, eyes closed, right into the center of the moon. And notice what it feels like in the center of the moon. And that energy that's deeply yin and deeply nourishing. And when you feel complete, feel yourself gently gliding back down into your physical body, noticing how your physical body is feeling as it's connected now to the moon, to the sun, to the earth, and to source. Take a deep breath in and out and ask for graceful integration of all these energies. We ask that any energies that are not in resonance with your divine blueprint, with your pure source vibration, to be transmuted by the light of the sun, the light of the moon, the light of the earth, and the light of source. Breathing in and out. And just feel the love that is expanding in your heart right now. And allow yourself to send gratitude and appreciation and love to the earth, to source, to the sun, and to the moon. And when you're ready, you can open your eyes. So I know some of you joined in during the middle of a meditation, so you can go back and listen to the beginning and just listen to the beginning of the whole thing. I really want you to gracefully integrate these eclipse energies for yourself so that it's not just tomorrow during the eclipse. This is going to create a lot of change in a lot of places for a lot of people. And it's important that we all start to tune in to who we really are, to attune to ourselves, which is why I created Attune In. So if you want more of these things, I do a download in my group, Attune In. Feel free to join. If you want to go deeper within your connection to yourself and to the divine, then I'm happy to help you do that. That's something that's a passion for me. And I encourage you to notice how you relate to things, especially the things that agitate you or aggravate you, because in those places, that's where the healing is. We avoid those places because we don't feel comfortable. And part of it is because we are not looking at why we don't feel comfortable. We're not embracing ourselves. We're not embodying our connection to the divine, which is always there, always present. You either choose it, you choose to connect, to be in that connection that's already there, or you choose not to tune into it, but it is always there. You know, I see a lot of posts about, and all of a sudden, God was there. Well, God never left. God is always there. You're either really tuning into that connection that, again, never dies, or you're not. So I would encourage you to set an intention every day to tune into your connection with the divine, God, source, whatever you want to call it. I don't care. Whatever works for you. And the more you do that, the more you tune into yourself, tune into your body, your thoughts, your emotions, with compassion and love, the easier it is to find your truth. And that's the truth. So I'm so glad that you all joined me. I'm sending out a big, huge beam of love and mushy hugs and kisses for everyone. And I hope that you all enjoy the eclipse and just enjoy your life. Love you all. Bye.